West Texas, November 2nd, 1957. Shortly before 11 p.m., a farm worker named Pedro Saucedo was driving outside Levelland when his truck engine died. His headlights went out. Then something came over the road. He described a torpedo-shaped object, glowing blue and white, roughly 200 feet long. It passed overhead and vanished. His engine started again on its own. Saucedo called the Levelland Sheriff's Office to report it. The deputy who took the call didn't take it seriously. That changed fast. Over the next 2 hours, the same office received 6 more calls from unconnected drivers across the region, all reporting the same thing: an object on or near the road, their engine stalling, their lights failing. One of those callers was Jim Wheeler. He reported that his car stalled completely on Route 116 and he saw an egg-shaped craft sitting directly on the road ahead of him, glowing brilliantly. When the object lifted off and moved away, his engine restarted without him touching the ignition. Wheeler had no connection to Saucedo. He didn't know anyone else had called. By midnight, Sheriff Weir Clem was responding personally. He drove the area and spotted what he described as a long streak of light, like a brilliant rainbow arc, moving over the fields. A fire marshal named Ray Jones, driving separately that same night, reported his headlights dimmed and his engine sputtered when a glowing object passed nearby. 2 law enforcement officers. Same phenomenon. In total, the Levelland Sheriff's Office documented at least 7 separate reports that night from people who had no contact with each other. The encounters happened across a roughly 12-mile radius around the town between 10:50 p.m. and 1:15 a.m. Every report involved the same 2 elements: an illuminated craft and vehicle electrical failure in its proximity. News spread quickly. By the following day, journalists had reached Levelland and the story went national. The witnesses gave consistent accounts independently. None of them knew each other well. A truck driver named Ronald Martin also came forward. His engine had failed. He'd watched the object sit on the road ahead, glowing red, then orange-white as it lifted off. The Air Force dispatched a single investigator under Project Blue Book, Airman First Class Charles Gaither. He spent a reported 7 hours in Levelland. He interviewed the sheriff and a handful of witnesses. The Air Force concluded the sightings were caused by ball lightning, an electrical weather phenomenon, combined with the stress of the Sputnik launches, which had occurred just a month before. Civilian researcher Jacques Vallée and astronomer J. Allen Hynek, Blue Book's own scientific consultant, both took issue with the Air Force conclusion. Hynek later called the investigation inadequate. He noted that Gaither had interviewed only 3 of the 7 witnesses, and that the ball lightning explanation didn't account for an object that witnesses described landing on and departing from a paved road. Ball lightning is real, but it's typically small, short-lived, and doesn't follow roads or produce electromagnetic effects strong enough to kill a car engine. The weather that night was recorded as partly cloudy with no electrical storm activity. The consistency across 7 independent witnesses, including 2 law enforcement officers, remains the detail most difficult for the weather explanation to absorb. Levelland never made it into the cultural shortlist of famous UFO cases. But 7 unconnected witnesses, a sheriff who saw it himself, physical vehicle effects, and an investigation the Air Force's own consultant called inadequate, that's a documented record worth sitting with. So what do you think? Is there a rational explanation, or is something else going on? Drop a comment below, and if you've had an encounter of your own, we want to hear about it. Subscribe to WT Historical for more documented cases from the edge of history.